Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's keep the energy going. Let me have everybody stand up, please. I want to really raise the energy in the room. So on the count of 3, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and we're going to throw our hands way up in the air like this, and we're going to say yes. And we're going to do this 3 times. And what I want you to think about is, what are you saying yes to? What's important for you in your life right now that you want to say yes to? And if it's that important, your energy should be at that level. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, 2 hands, please. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, give me like all you got. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Give your partner a high five and say, you are awesome. All right, awesome people. Sit down feeling great for no good reason, really. All right, so my name is Melina, and I'm so honored to be here today and share my story with you. This is August 4th of 1999, where I got on my treadmill to do my daily walk, and I took a few steps, and then I couldn't breathe. And I was just grasping for my next air, and I couldn't breathe, and I just started panicking. How many of you have ever had a panic attack or just anxiety attack that you just can't breathe? How's that? Do you know that feeling, right? It's like I really thought that was it. I was gonna die, and I was only 23 years old, and I started crying, and I started thoughts started running through my mind, and to keep me calm, I went to my other room and I laid on my bed, and I just looked up, and my life started flashing in front of my eyes, and I realized that up to that point, everything that I had done in my life was for other people. Nothing I had done was for me. We heard earlier today about being a people pleaser, right? And that was my story. And so I started having a conversation with God, and I was like, God, please don't take my life. I'm not ready to go. I still have so much that I need to accomplish. I have so many goals that I set for myself. How many of us set goals and make lists, but then we're like, okay, tomorrow or Monday, starting Monday. How many of us do that? Come on. I gave up on Mondays. Mine is like Wednesdays now, It's like Mondays don't even work anymore. But for me, it was like, God, please give me a chance. I still have so much that I want to do. I have a story I want to share. And please give me a chance. And as I was talking, my breathing was getting worse. And my parents were downstairs. I was living with my parents at that time. And I didn't even want to call them up because I didn't want to be a burden on them. I'm like, if I'm going to die, I'm just going to die. And I'm not even going to call them up. And to distract me, I grabbed the remote and I turned on the TV. And it was this documentary on smoking. And it was about this woman. Her name was Tracy, and she was on her 3rd lung transplant. She had 3 children, and she was not going to make it. And I looked at that, and I just kind of evaluated my life, and I'm like, if I don't stop this, that's going to be me. And I told myself, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be a non-smoker. And I woke up the next day, and I haven't touched cigarettes ever since. It's been, 17 some years. Thank you. But now I had these promises that I had made to God, right? To this universal energy and force. I had to now keep those promises. And that's where my life started shifting, where I all the people, all the mentors that I needed to come into my life started coming into my life. And I started taking action, went back to school for my master's, because my bachelor's I got just to make my parents happy. It wasn't even for me. So I went back to school for my master's in psychology, and then started becoming, I didn't pursue my license in that, but I became a life coach, and I've had a practice since. And my passion is really to support people to live their life with choice, because at that point, at 23, I really didn't think I had choice. I thought whatever was handed down to me generationally, whatever my parents were, whatever the script was that was written for me, I was stuck with that. But I realized after my turning point and that near-death experience that I had choice and I could make my life happen. And I live with that passion every day. And I thank you for coming out here and listening to my talk. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.